Hello and welcome to the PPG Paints Arena built by Online Ethan. We are back for some more National Sim Hockey. We've got on the ice the Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the visiting Minnesota Wild. Starting in net tonight for the Minnesota Wild is number 40, Devin Dubnyk. And at the other end of the ice, it's number 30, Matt Murray for the Pittsburgh Penguins. This is the home opener for the Penguins and the season opener for the Wild. And we will be dropping the puck in about 5 minutes' time at 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central, 5:30 Mountain Time, and 4:30 Pacific. Build.
We should have a good one here between the Penguins and the Wild. Home opener for the Penguins. And if you didn't see the game earlier today, the San Jose Sharks defeated the Carolina Hurricanes 3-1. Tomorrow afternoon, we have the Vegas Golden Knights in their season opener against the Philadelphia Flyers. Later on that evening, the Arizona Coyotes take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. So that should be exciting. Day 2 of Nshl. Back to you, Dean.
And also going on here, we've also, another interesting thing to note is that these two teams played a lot in the preseason, and it's just an interesting thing to know that the Pittsburgh Penguins, in their first matchup against this team in the preseason, won 7-2, and then in the second time around, we had the Penguins took a 4-2 lead towards the middle of the second period. The Wild came back and tied it and then took their own 6-4 lead, and then the Penguins attempted to make a comeback and tie it up at 6. However, the Minnesota Wild held on and finished out that game in a 7-6 victory.
It was a very interesting game indeed. It was really back and forth, and for a while there, it just seemed like the Penguins had an easy win, up 4-2 halfway through the second, and all of a sudden the Wild just started clicking, man. Got a few goals, got it up there, and they got 7. Penguins ended up with 6. So Online Ethan wasn't too happy to see his team go down, but I'm sure Ben Pye 1024 was happy to see his Wild was on top. But tonight, either player is going to be even happier with a win, and it's going to be even more devastating for the other.
Tonight, it's for real. No more preseason. Tonight, we start the regular season for both of these squads, and although Ben could not attend, we know that he will be in the stream chat tonight. His computer is unable to operate Roblox, so unfortunate for that. However, we are 2 minutes out of puck drop for the first of 3 meetings and 1 of 2 games here in Pittsburgh.
Two minutes till puck drop.
2 minutes till puck drop. We'll be back. And we are back here from Pittsburgh, about a minute out from puck drop, for this, the first game of the season for the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Minnesota Wild. You're watching from DNP_10 YouTube channel, and we are about set to drop the puck and get underway. And it is time. We are about set to get underway, and we do. Off of the face-off, it's sent down into the Minnesota end and played all up along the boards. Cleared down now by the Wild, and it'll be Greenway who dumps the puck in. Now the Penguins grab a hold of it, and it'll be Hornfist who takes it in with Mata on his tail. The Wild clear, now a breakaway for Matt Dumba as the Wild take it in. And the Penguins clear it back into their own end. It's going to be Mata trying to move the puck out. And a dangerous play as it goes in front of the net. And now it'll be cleared out by the Penguins. And now they'll go to work playing on the far side. Now the puck is cleared down. Matt Cullen to play. Zucker is there as well as the puck's brought around. Picked up again by the Wild and taken back into their own end. And an own goal by Prosser. The Penguins take the first one of the game. It's Tom Kuhnackel.
From my view, it literally just looked like Prosser just put it into his own net. Penguins had nothing to do with that. Prosser was expecting maybe to try to put it into the corner, pinched against the boards, get it up ice, and it ended up going behind destination into the mesh.
And an early goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins puts them out on top. Off of the face-off, Spurgeon took it back to the far side. Puck's brought back out in front by the Penguins, and it'll go to the far side, where it's played again by Sealer. Now the Wild can clear, and it'll be Spurgeon who plays the puck in the corner, brought around back to the front side. Taken back again behind the net, and cleared down the ice. The Penguins have effectively cleared the zone. Puck comes back up the way, and a shot there is wide by the Wild, and now the Penguins can clear. It'll be Ruedel who dumps it in, but the Wild send it all the way back, and so Kessel retrieves the puck for Pittsburgh. The Wild trying to regain possession as Ruedel takes it in again for the Penguins. The Penguins bring it back into their own zone where Mata tries to play it, and they score! Off of the rebound, it looked like a Penguin player put it in his own net.
For my angle, it just looked like Jason Zucker just kind of banked it off Jonas Brodin, or maybe went off of Matt Murray, hit Jonas Brodin into the back of the net. Nonetheless, it is a goal for the Wild, and the Wild are right back into this game. They tie it up. Still 2:37 remaining in the period. See if either team can get another one and jump back ahead.
So far, a good show from both squads. Brodin doing quite well. Gets his first goal of the year. And off the face-off, it's going to be another Wild face-off win. And Connor Sherry with a dangerous play. Sheehan, excuse me. As the Penguins almost put it in their own net. Spurgeon and several Wild forces come together along the boards. And it would appear that the puck may have gone through the boards, so we'll get a face-off. 2:14 to go, first period. And the Penguins win the draw this time, send it back into the Minnesota end, where it'll be played around behind the net by Spurgeon and stuck on top of the net again. So we'll get a face-off. Puck dropped again, and the Penguins lost it back into the offensive end. Puck comes all the way back around where Sheehan can play it. He'll play it behind his own net. And almost a turnover there to the Minnesota Wild. And now they do end up getting the puck. It's going to be Mikko Koivu with it. Sent to the corner, and the Penguins retrieve it off from there. Number 4 in black, it's Justin Schultz. And the puck comes all the way back around into the Penguin end. Wild send it in. Coming to the near side is Sheehan. And the Penguins take it around behind the net. Far side, and now an opportunity for the Penguins trying to center. And they couldn't. Taking the puck again is Michael Granlund, and the Penguins put it into their own net.
Oli Mata just tips it over his own goalie. Matt Murray didn't have a chance, went over him off the crossbar, and then Mata followed up into the goal. Wild strike once again and takes a 2-1 lead.
And definitely a mistake that Mata does not want to do again, and a play that Murray would love to have back. 58 seconds to go, we'll get the face-off. Jared Spurgeon hung out by the face-off circle. Sheahan lost it back, and so Mata trying to get some retribution after that goal. And now here come the Penguins up the far side. Brandon Rust. And the Penguins move it back around to the point, and now a steal for the Wild. There was almost an opportunity there for Koivu. Puck's going to come back to the near side. And they score again! This time it's Sealer at the side of the net. Nick Sealer makes it 3-1.
Puck's winner on the boards at the end wall. Just came right out in front. Sealer made a good play there, realizing where the defense was, and just shot her on in. 3-1 Wild.
And we've got a hockey game here in Pittsburgh. The Minnesota Wild having a bit of a runaway to start this game. 26 seconds to go, first period, and we're back underway. Puck sent in far side by the Minnesota Wild. Greenway tipping it there. Winnick looking to play, but the Penguins clear and can bring it up on the far side. Played along the boards, it's cleared out, and now it's picked up by the Penguins near side, and that'll do it for the first period. 3-1 your score after 1. 10 seconds, and we'll be back with second period hockey.
What a period. And we're back. Face off deep into the Minnesota end, and now we have a big scrum over here in this corner while DNP is temporarily AFK.
The Wild take it back into the Pittsburgh end. And it's knocked back down where it's picked up and played by Derek Brassard. Back in their own end, the Penguins trying to move the puck around the boards. The Wild cleared down the length of the ice, and now Connor Sheary has the puck. Tipped and just wide! Eriksson Ek looking at the side of the net, moved around. And the Wild scramble for the puck. It's going to come to the near side where they'll play it around the corner. And now a breakaway there almost for Sheahan. Couldn't quite grab a hold of the puck. And now it's sent into the corner where it'll be played by Rust. Rust sending it out towards the center. And they couldn't quite get there. It was Dumoulin trying to get to the puck. Greenway coming back to the corner in the Wild side of the net. And the Penguins get denied. Kessel takes it back into his own end, trying to regroup. We've got all 5 men back there. Puck's taken to the far side. And Sheahan, and almost an own goal there for Minnesota. I couldn't see the name, but that was a dangerous play. And then another good opportunity there from Pittsburgh and a couple good saves by Devin Dubnyk. Penguins
that was Charlie
played
Coyle.
Charlie Coyle and Spurgeon to play it for Minnesota back in his own end. Puck will come out on the far side. Penguins regroup, and again it's Ruidel putting it into his own net. Where have we seen this before?
Well, once again, it's just a case of Penguins playing poor hockey right now, and we don't say that too much about Pittsburgh, but they're throwing it into their own net more than they can throw it in behind Devin Dubnyk. So the Penguins need to do something before the end of the third here, or else they might be up for the count.
Indeed they do. They've been having issues all night, and the Minnesota Wild have a 4-1 lead. Off the face-off, it'll be another Minnesota Wild win. Taken behind the net. We'll see if the Penguins can come back as the puck gets stuck underneath the ice, so we'll likely get a face-off here. 2:31 to go, second period of play. First game of the season for both squads. Off the face-off, the Wild have the zone. Koivu was in there, Granlund now with it. And a good look sprawling out on the ice from Niederreiter as the Penguins gain the zone. And he just took it wide. Connor Sherry couldn't direct it on net, and the Wild player. Granlund tried to get a stick on it. It'll be Sealer who brings it in and around. Several players dangerously putting skates on top of helmets here. Thank goodness for those helmets, otherwise there might be some slit heads as the puck comes back around. Penguins send it to the far side, and Spurgeon's going to bring it back to center ice. It'll be picked up here by Coyle, Charlie Coyle, bringing it in. Puck's on the head of one of the Wild players as it comes to the near side, and the Wild bring it in on their own net, and they score! An own goal by Jason Zucker, and Connor Sherry with the credit, and the Penguins are back to within 2.
This is exactly what the Penguins were looking for. They were going to take anything they could get, whether they put it in the net behind Devin Dubnyk or whether the Wild did themselves. They needed something, and maybe this is something that they could get to get climb back, or to climb back.
Several good plays by the Penguins, and Crosby lost the face-off, and that shot by Coyle just goes wide. But now it's cleared out by the Penguins, and they have it again, shooting just wide. Played back around, and a bit of lag behind the net, but it'll clear out. Puck's played to the near side corner where it's picked up and sent back towards the center ice by the Penguins, and now it's back in the Pittsburgh end. Behind the net, Charlie Coyle, and now Granlund looking to play the puck. And now the Wild have it back. They're breaking in. A steal there. Save by Devin Dubnyk to rob Dominic Simon of the goal. Another opportunity at the side of the net. And still in denial by Dubnyk. Play to the corner. Dumoulin now. Far side. Puck's picked up by the Wild. Sent back in towards their netminder. And a good save by Dubnyk. Kessel, side of the net, and he shot it high! Puck's going to be brought back out by the Penguins. Near side, sent back in. Looking to play it was Foligno. Michael Foligno, no relation to Nick Foligno, I do believe. And that ends the second period. Definitely a good look there from the Penguins, trying to make sure that the puck didn't end up in the back of their own net a couple more times. It only went into the Pittsburgh net once and into the Wild net once. So only 2 goals from that period as we resume play. Couple good looks there by the Penguins at the side of the net. Played towards center, shot wide. Good looks from the Penguins trying to come back from a 2-goal deficit. It'll be...
I don't know if you just noticed this, but Penguins look revitalized after they got that second goal. They just look like they're all over the puck and they're ready to pounce at any moment.
And here's another good opportunity. Several good hits there on Devin Dubnyk by the Penguins. Again, a reminder that there's... Oh, it's off the goalpost! There's no goaltender interference in this league, so you can beat up Devin Dubnyk all you want to try and get those 2 goals. As it'll be played out by Connor Sheary. And now a break in for Letang. Still no opportunity there as the Wild break it up. And it seems that the momentum that the Penguins had after that goal might have gone away. Puck comes to the near side, cleared down now by the Penguins, and now an opportunity here. Connor Sheary, and he scores! Connor Sheary beats Devin Dubnyk to make it 4-3.
That is Sheary's second goal of this game, and just like I said earlier, the Penguins are looking revitalized, ready to get back to this game, and this is exactly what they need to get a party going and see what the goal song is saying. They are ready to climb back into this game, and wow, they're looking to try to keep their lead and not choke before running.
And a good look there by Connor Sheary to keep the Penguins' hopes alive. We'll be back underway here as the puck's played in the near side by the Wild. Off of the boards, Greenway had a bit of a touch there. Zucker looking. And now it's on Matt Murray, and a good play by the Pittsburgh defense to remind Murray what his job is, and that's keeping the puck away from the net. He couldn't find it. It was behind him, and a good save there, I believe, by Riley Sheahan. Played to the far side by Mata. Puck comes to the near side, where it's picked up and moved around, battled for and cleared by the Wild. It'll be Eric Stahl, brother of Jordan Stahl from the game earlier, and the Wild clear it. And so it'll be played along the far side by Prosser. Puck's back in the Minnesota possession and cleared there. Prosser, Rao with it. Excuse me, that's Nick Sealer in number 36. As the Wild play it down the boards. Picked up by Sheahan and sent around. Comes to the near side. And then it's picked up again by Wild and sent back the other way. Playing the puck is Sealer with Spurgeon on his tail as reinforcement. But the Penguins get a hold of it and they'll clear it up the other way. Looking on the far side, dumping back in and picking it up are the Minnesota Wild. Sent around and cleared is the puck there. And now it'll be Simon looking for it. Picks it up, and then the Wild clear. Here's a breakaway for Granlund, and he scores! What a play by Michael Granlund to give the Wild back up by 2.
This is exactly what the Wild coach was looking for. Get one more goal and finish these Penguins off. It was a great play for Granlund just to step into the play, grab that puck, and shoot for the south net when Murray wasn't. 5-3 Wild. This is exactly what they needed.
And that is something that the Wild want to do, because they want to get a good 2 points out of this. And if it is tied at the end of the third period, we do not have overtime. That shot just sails wide as the Wild try to hold off a bit of a pushback from Hornqvist and the Pittsburgh Penguins as Hornqvist brings it back into his own zone, and it'll be played around, and it's on the stick of Nick Sealer and sent back into the Minnesota zone. Looking for a steal is Evgeny Malkin. Puck played around behind the net. Scrambled for, and now on the stick of the Minnesota Wild. And Sealer gets it out. Good play, 40 seconds to go, third period. we're getting close to the end of this one. Sent back in, where it'll be played by Winnick and moved to the boards. And now the Penguins, opportunity, side of the net, and Mata's turned aside by Dubnik. It's played by Broden to get out of the zone, and the Wild have 10 seconds to go. Taken to the far side by Matt Dumba. Puck sent back in, and that'll do it. It's final. Wild 5, Penguins 3. You've been watching National Sim Hockey League Hockey on Fox Sports. We'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern start time of the Vegas Golden Knights as they take on the Flyers in Philadelphia, followed by a 6:30 Eastern start for the Arizona Coyotes taking on Canada's favorite and only team in this league, the Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll see you next time. For DNP, for Builder, I'm DNP. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.